Hi, folks. In a strange turn of events, I guess I'm Smith & Wesson's unofficial marketing guy because I broke the news months ahead that the Bodyguard 2.0 was coming out. Shotshow's in a few days. I'm not planning on going in yet, breaking news to you. And it's a strange turn of events because I applied to Smith & Wesson a while ago and was treated horribly towards the end of the interview. When I said that, I have a disability, I have lupus, so I might need some reasonable accommodations. But I could do other positions that I've applied for. They invited me down for these different positions I applied for, but the guy who interviewed me was only interested in the line assembler as opposed to like customer service or security or shooter, which is the job I'm uniquely qualified for. The shooter position, to test fire and diagnose firearms that come back, etc., and so forth. And they just kind of, at that point, ushered me out, blew me off, promised they'd follow up in a couple days. And HR never got back to me, and now they finally officially said no to my various applications, even though I am uniquely qualified for the shooter position, for marketing, YouTube, going to shows, being a product rep, that kind of thing. So Mark Smith, CEO, I hope you're listening. Jason Klossner at Lipsey's, and product manager Andrew Gore, who, by the way, product manager Andrew Gore seems like a cool bloke. Maybe we can make up and work something out. That would be swell, since no one seems to care unless I officially have to go get a lawyer and sue, which I don't want to do. But, maybe we could just go, yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry that happened. They messed up. They should follow the ADA. They have contracts with the government. They have to hire a certain amount of employees with disabilities. So if you don't care about that, well, here we go. In just a few hours, just like I recommended a year ago, in just a couple hours from the time, I'll probably put this at like 9 a.m. or something on a Sunday. In just a few hours, some of you might see a video or get an email from Lipsey's. Jason will be breaking the news for Shotshow, the ultimate Carry K-frame. Of course, I'm representing here a bit again Smith & Wesson, Model 19 over here and a Model 29 over there. But the ultimate Carry K-frame will come out. Now, hopefully it's like I suggested, which is a Model 12, and maybe they'll do silver-looking 612 as well. Believe, according to Andrew, who maybe didn't recognize who I was, I don't know. He was cool to me. I shot the Bodyguard 2.0. I was like, wow, it's really low recoil. I like it. I made a short that got over 10,000. So yet I'm still helping Smith & Wesson out in all my videos. Type in Dan the Wolfman Smith & Wesson. You'll find like 30 videos of classics and new ones. Okay, being the first to review like their M&P 12, not this, but the shotgun, etc. So it should have a 3-inch barrel, I believe. This is a 17-ounce aluminum frame. You see this has no nasty lock. I believe the Ultimate Carry K-frame will not have a nasty lock, thankfully, like I've been asking about, because 2 days ago, or yesterday maybe, I forget which, I think it was 2 days ago, they announced the No Lock 3619, which is also a K-frame, so the mold is now there, and some other one, that old school. I don't like the half moon ramp front sight old school. The Model 10, I don't really like the way it looks, but the 19 looks pretty good, and the 36 looks pretty good. So there's that. So hopefully it has no nasty lock. We're safe with this dry fire disc, by the way, from Zeta 6. So this thing is great. I literally fired this yesterday with 3 different types of ammo, comparing it total 538 revolvers to see how they could do static draws, quick, rapid shots at 12 yards, and sidestep left, reactionary, typical thing like a defensive gun use. I used it just yesterday with 2 different types of PPU 158 grain lead semi-wad cutter, PPU 130 grain FMJ, and some copper-plated wad cutters that my friend Gun Sam, I sent it to him to test. You guys might want to be using if you're needing low recoil in your J-frames. Wad cutters, copper-plated, better penetration, even in windshield, etc., for animal defense, etc. Look at that, and I have an upcoming water jug ballistics test. So I have 2 videos on this called the Ultimate Carry K-frame I made a year ago, talking all about it, talking about what it should be. This is 17 ounce, probably end up being about 20 ounces. Hopefully they put on an XS. I've been using XS night sights for a long time. I love them. And I put one on my Taurus 856, which I love, by the way. I put the XS dot night sight on that. Now, hopefully they have, I like the black serrated U-notch for quick target acquisition. They put on the Ultimate Carry J-frame. Hopefully they do that again. Are they going to use VZ grips again? I don't know. I suggested they use Hamre Forge hook grips. Now, their lawyers might have said no, but they actually produced a J-frame with hook grips in the past. Like, it came with hook grips that were not very good ones, that had problems in the past, for a guy who got arrested that had that American Firearms TV show or whatever it was called. It was his edition. But anyway, they did in the past. Now, Hamre Forge, they do make 2-sided. You can put the plain side out and you can put the hook grip side. That would be cool. Anyway, I'm giving them a shout out, even though they promised to send me grips and now they're not responding. And he was always cool in emails, and I told them other YouTuber friends that would like give them free publicity and stuff. You know, my friends HR Funk and Gun Sam and Greg at Lionquest Fitness, like other revolver loving dudes. I love 3-inch revolvers. I suggested it be at least 2.5 or 3-inch better ballistics than the 1.93 inch. People don't know this really is, or 1.95. It had variances back in the day. So much better Hollowpoint expansion with your Federal Hydrashok Deep #1 or #2 big box store. The best cheap buy you can get is Punch, Federal Punch. You know, both plus P rounds. So anyway, guys, I think the news will be broken if I'm slightly wrong about it, but I don't think so. You know, I am the guy who broke the Bodyguard 2.0 news many months in advance. And Mark Smith, be nice. You know, I can do a lot of jobs, and I'm in the area, and I could have done the shooter job. Bittering, I'm an armed guard, 100% on file with the state, every round hitting in 1 week of training and active shooter training, and I'm also have a full week of SWAT training. You know, would love that shooter position or marketing position, or to be a guy at Shotshow doing the like this and that in sales and talking about all the products. And hopefully the trend of no lock continues. I happen to love this. I will dry fire it. It has a very nice trigger we haven't seen in quite a while, other than the performance centers. So hopefully the Ultimate Carry K is good. I'm not a J-frame lover. Maybe someday I'd pick up the 32 Ultimate J. I do like it better because it has actual usable sights, and the VZ grips, while a little, maybe just a little too wide, are much better than regular for my XL but not long-fingered hands. I'm just a big guy, so I prefer the K-frame. With the hook grip, you know, you could walk around the house if you're safe and you don't got kids that might reach up and pull that trigger or anything. I've done it before, but also, you know, finding the holster just yesterday, drawn, and doing really well with it. You'll have to look at that video. Boring video, but looking at the 3 different brands of ammo, like a 30-minute video going over all the results of 5 different 38 specials to see how the Model 12, which I think is going to get finally come back after all these years, into the Ultimate Carry K-frame. If they make some steel frame 19357, I'd be surprised. I guess they could, but they already have the Carry Comp, which has had a lot of returns. But hopefully it is this, like something that carriers need, much better trigger pull than J-frames, even the Ultimate Carries. So the Ultimate Carry 12 hopefully has almost as good as this. You know, wider trough tunnel gutter sight. But, you know, hopefully they'll put on an actual sight on the rear with an XS dot night sight and do kind of the same thing. So I'm breaking the news, whether you like it or not. Andrew Gore, when you see me next year at the GOA show, again, hopefully we can talk. You know, because, I mean, that really upset me. I've done so much Smith & Wesson love before. All I said was, you know, even though they called me down Then last minute, it seemed like they were only looking for one position to be assembler. And I'm like, well, hey, I can't stand 8 hours. I need intermittently to be able to sit a little bit, that kind of thing. And no attempts at reasonable accommodation, which the law says. You also have federal contracts. Are you meeting the number of people working in Maryville, Tennessee, which I can get to every day? Are you meeting those? So I could do armed security. Okay, very qualified. I could be the shooter. I could do marketing. I was a SAG actor and stuntman, so I could do the marketing and the videos and all that, though this is very impromptu. But there's the news, guys. It'd be great if some people would be like, hey, did you really do that wrong? Was your HR department really that nasty? And actually, I think it was mostly the guy who interviewed me was the head of assembly line. He was an assembly line, one of the shift heads. But the HR people there from Massachusetts didn't seem like gun people. They didn't seem like people that appreciated concealed carry, which I happen to be doing armed security for AMC theaters right next to it, by the way. So doing a nice little spot check, okay, and keeping people safe over there, by the way. But anyway, if you see this, you guys might think I'm whining. You don't live with a disability every day. You don't live in the pain of lupus that will kill me and kills many, many, many people. But I've accomplished a lot in my life. I'm qualified for a lot. I would like to work in the industry. I do product reviews. So look at what I've done for Smith & Wesson or, guys like Taurus and Charter Arms too. But Andrew seems good enough, so I don't know if he recognized me because he's like, you want to shoot it again? And I shot the bodyguard again. And he might have, because he was all about the Ultimate Carry J's, and I had a huge video on the Ultimate Carry J and the Ultimate Carry K-frame. So maybe you guys would finally reach out. It seems like my profile's not even there. I tried a couple days ago. I'm kicked out now from logging in even. So Tim Burchett, we might have to, and if you're a lawyer in Tennessee, I would like not to. But hopefully one of you will go hey, let's make this right. Let's get this guy some T&Es to do product reviews like I do with many other companies and many revolvers, tons of pistols, etc. And just, how about an apology and making sure your HR department is doing the right things and following federal law. Thank you very much. Enjoy your Ultimate Carry K-frames, and if it is an aluminum frame and comes in around, 19 to 21 ounces, like I suggested with a 3-inch barrel, I'm the one who told you first, so look at my Ultimate Carry videos. Thank you, guys. Kaboom.